Potentially pivotal U.S. elections are a week away, contests that will determine control of the House and Senate and could make or break Democratic President Joe Biden's legislative legacy. Recent polls have shown Democrats, who once had comfortable leads in some Senate races, on a knife's edge. Races that were once tight are now leaning Republican, and some analysts see signs of what they call a red wave. Democratic senators and Senate candidates are now fighting for survival in Georgia, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Ohio, Nevada, and Arizona.
I was just at the store, and I paid tons of money.
One Phoenix voter told Reuters everyday costs were top of mind. Arizona Democratic Senator Mike Kelly, a former astronaut, is facing a stiff challenge from Republican and venture capitalist Blake Masters. Here and across the country, prices at the gas station and grocery store, combined with Biden's low approval ratings and historical trends, suggest voters may be primed to punish Democratic candidates.
We may be on the cusp of a red wave here, and that a variety of factors are working against the Democrats, and that there's really no way that the Republicans aren't going to sort of overperform what the polls are showing.
Chris Tuttle is the director of the Renewing America Initiative at the Council on Foreign Relations.
For a lot of Republicans and independents and Democrats too, it's inflation in the economy.
But there are issues likely to boost Democratic turnout as well, namely defending abortion rights.
Because I believe in Georgia.
Perhaps nowhere is that subject more in focus than Georgia.
The next senator from the great state of Georgia, my friend, Herschel Walker.
Where Republican former football star Herschel Walker
The Bible I read said there's a man and there's a woman.
is trying to take down Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock, a pastor.
Gotta stand up for the future.
Abortion has emerged as a particular focus in the race as Walker, who has said he wants to ban abortion without exception, has been accused by two former girlfriends of paying for them to terminate their pregnancies. He has denied the allegations.
I stood up for women.
Warnock has said abortion should be a decision for women and their health care provider, not government officials. Jason Culmer attended a rally for Warnock just outside Atlanta, featuring former Democratic President Barack Obama.
Equal pay and abortion and women's reproduction rights, all that's really important to me. I think that people need to be treated like people and have human dignity.
Early voting is underway, and analysts caution that early reports of voter turnout for one party or the other should not be seen as forecasting the final results. Christina Latham is an assistant professor of political science at the University of Nevada, Reno.
We do see higher numbers of early voting among the Democratic Party and more same-day voting within the Republican Party. So if you're looking at the early numbers of the number of ballots that have been returned by members of the Democratic Party, you might get overly excited that you're going to see high turnout as compared to Republicans. But it's important to note that Republicans are more likely to be voting the day of the election rather than early voting or mailing in their ballots.
Polling shows inflation is the top concern for U.S. voters as the race heads into its final stretch.